Good morning, Frank Watkins, Pro Trader with Kylie Hogg.
Good morning.
Just thought we'd run through what's actually happening at the moment, and we hope to do this sort of thing pretty regularly at around 8:30 a.m. Western Australian time, because by now we will have the new tick for the new day's data. Now, just a couple of points on that. Firstly, you'll notice I do not have intraday daily data ticked, but the All Ords already has the tick in there. I must confess I'm not sure how that actually happens, because if we go to another stock, let's look at EXR, and we can see that's still just the 6th of October. But we want to do a scan and see where things are at currently. So switch today's data on. You'll notice EXR now is showing the 7th, and we're down a bit on that one. I'm just going to rattle through a very quick scan, and then I'll let Kylie show you her favourite scan. I can generally find anything I need to find in my favourite higher high, higher low scan. Very simple, just click a couple of buttons, and we have 11 results today. The first one, ACF, not a huge wrap for that. It's got a fair bit of work to do, so I'll just get through these fairly quickly. AD1, 4 centre, again, got to do a fair bit of work. OBB is showing nothing. Bit of movement there in Oz China Holdings, 1.8 billion out there. I'd probably prefer others. This looks a bit more interesting. We've had a run from a low of 6.5 cents up to a high of 10 cents, big round number, backed off to 8 and a bit, and trying to get back through that 10-cent level at the moment. And the next one, we've actually broken through today. The major low back here, a new high at 8 cents, backed off, and just poking through those levels today. Be interesting to see if that one continues. IEC, not much there. MCA, Murray Cod, Australia, 33 centre. This looks a bit more interesting than most of the others. I'd probably be waiting for a break of the 35 cent level. And Norwest Mining, again, this one looks promising, but it's 7.8 cent stock. It depends on where you want to trade. SHP, another 8-9 centre. That actually looks a bit more promising with the rally in on-balance volume very recently. And SRJ, finally we get a bit of quality in the stocks that we're looking at. Significant low, 18 cents back in July, a good run up to 37 in August, backed off to a low of 21 in September, and just trying to break through for the new higher high, higher low setup as we speak. Bring in a bit more data, and it even looks more interesting now. We can see it's done a fair bit of work, I guess, across the 40 cent level, but on balance volume, rock solid. SRJ looks okay to me. The last one, WMA, WAM Alternative Assets. This is one of Wilson's group. Again, very, very slow moving. If we look at a 1 year chart, a year ago we were at 92 cents, we're now at $1.04, so I'd probably be looking for something a bit more active than that. So not a lot in this current scan, so I'll pass over to Kylie, and she can rattle through one of her favourite scans.
Thank you, Frank. Okay, the one that there's typically 4 scans that I do every day, but we'll do one of them today. So it's scan for patterns and events. We basically leave all the top section blank. We go to a 21 breakup of the close. We like to see a lot of times the stock is hitting its head against resistance. Sometimes it's nice to see it when it actually closes above that resistance. We then want to see increasing volume for 4 days. We're wanting to see OBV is 21% above the level of 3 days ago, and volume more than 300% above the highest level of 1 day. So we want to see a bit of a spike. Okay, we go down to filters. Now again, filters, your price range is up to you, but I'm looking for anything from 50 cents at the moment. Stay out of the pennies for a bit. Sorry, 50 up to $4. We want to ignore results that are value. So this is the dollars that go through. So we're looking at $250,000, and the volume needs to be more than 1 million. We've got enough zeros there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yes. Okay, we're on a daily chart.
Well counted.
Yeah.
Well counted.
Scan. Okay, 35 results. So we're on 1 year. That just doesn't look any good. There's nothing really happening there. This is a airline stock, so typically we just avoid it. We had a couple of entries here. Wait to see what that happens. See if that moves sideways for a while. Alkane, yeah, these sort of can see some high highs, high lows forming. Again, I'd like to see a bit of a sideways movement. I got excited. Nah, a bit gappy. Not exciting. That's had a big move. That's big gap move. So again, not really interested. Need to see what that does first. Not looking that exciting. That one's a bit interesting. That's formed a pattern. I wouldn't call that a very good ascending triangle, but it's definitely broken resistance. You could look at that as an entry. It's currently saying it's at 94 cents. The break was at 90.5. So you kind of, I think you've got a few cents in there leeway. Doesn't look too bad. CRN it looks a bit gappy at the moment. I'd wait to see if you're looking at an entry for here, it needs to do something.
Yeah, we have been in that for a little while, but certainly the best entry has probably passed you by.
Yeah, so you need to wait to see what happens there. If you're not in it, no. Again, De Grey, it's done 3 big days. I would wait now. That's already done too much for me. Gem, this is an interesting, that would be a good buy here. It's looking like could be giving you another entry. It's a bit of a wick on it though. I wouldn't rush in. I think I need a bit of time.
OBV is solid, isn't it?
Yeah, it is solid. It's an interesting one. It's a good number out there. Good volume's gone through today. There's that gap there. Does that come into play? Looks like it filled it this morning. Yeah. No.
Yuck. Yuck. Yuck.
Yuck. Nah. Ooh, open pay. Ooh. The buy now has had a bit of I think a break of $1.50 would be interesting on that. Got a bit of work to do, but I'd watch that for a break of $1.50.
What are your thoughts on the BNPL, buy now, pay later? I think that's what open pay is.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Are they making is it a comeback? Have they sorted their crap out?
They're a bit like Bitcoin. They're not going to go away.
No. $1.50 would be good.
Yeah.
In all fairness.
Yep.
Sign of recovery. Nah. Ooh, look at that. Too late. See you later. Don't jump on that. It's called FOMO.
It's also Prophecy International. So you probably need to have a prophecy yesterday.
Yeah, that's right. My crystal ball wasn't working though. That's not traded today. I wonder what's going on there.
Trading halt after yesterday, I would think.
Yes.
Take over.
RMS. Again, this looks like you could be having a bit of, fill that gap there. It's done a lot of work. I'd like to see it move sideways. I wouldn't jump on that just yet. Personally, probably a bit more conservative, maybe. That's not telling me anything
That's
yet.
the third goalie, RRL, the previous one, and De Grey. They've all had a bounce from a bottom,
Yeah.
but I think they all need to do a high, low before I get excited. The
Yes.
OBV on this is still not showing as
Yeah,
much.
absolutely. Not sure which way it's going to go. Oh, that's interesting. That's not a bad one. This might be a put your money in and walk away and forget about it for a few months. Have your stops in place, of course, though.
That's shopping centres, isn't it?
Yeah, that's not bad. I don't mind that one.
Might be a divvy attached.
Yeah, is it? The last divvy there was, not franked. 4.68%. Wonder what it would be this time. Yeah, interesting. This is now silver. That again, it broke that resistance. It looks like it's broken this one. Is it gonna, yeah?
Yeah, gap up there.
There's a gap.
Possible.
Possible, yeah. You would think it's going to come back and maybe bounce along there. You'd like it to. That's what I'd like it to do before I got interested in getting in it. Too much. That's on the 5th of October. Hasn't traded for 2 days. It might be in a hold 2 then.
Yeah. No.
Nah. 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 Oh, that's interesting. It's another gold one. Again, I'd like to see a break of, say, $1.80, round number.
Yep.
Up here. That would be pretty interesting then. Break of that, $8.80. Nope. And that's it, last one. So, okay, there's a couple in there.
Couple there.
35, two or three to look at.
Need to do a bit of deep digging right at the moment. So, okay, we'll leave it at that and touch wood, do the same tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
Cheers.
thanks. See ya.